And welcome back everyone to KJC Invitationals. I mean, it's playoffs day 3 and this is the game that we're all waiting for, PRX versus 𝗔𝗇. It is a 1-1 right now and we're back on Breeze again. We're gonna be shoutcasters for today. I'm Dash and I'm here with Husky.
Yep. We had a super close nail-biting game 1. We had double overtimes for game 2 where 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 was able to shut down by the end of the day and win out against 𝗔𝗇 eSports. They needed this game 3 or else 𝗔𝗇 eSports will be our first grand finalist. But this is 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧's map pick. It's Breeze. So we'll see how 𝗔𝗇 is going to do with it. I don't think we have seen 𝗔𝗇 playing Breeze, at least not much. This is going to be a breath of fresh air and see how they do with 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧.
We're going to be starting it off pretty explosive. Moving it off without any care in the world. 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗥 falls down. It's going to be very easy to push through for the team. So now, with that, on 𝗲𝗏 would be able to go down.
Spike
Still
planted.
a man advantage for the side of 𝗕𝗟𝗥𝗧. They might be able to get more of that advantage. Pushing him for more. 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏 gets the kill. And that is going to be the last one. 2 people. Frosties and Lexi, would they be able to get this? It's still possible for them to go for it, but most of the members are already far away. Jing falls down. This might be doable for the duo here.
Yeah, and you have Lexi and Frosty, the reliable duo of the team, but despite planted out in the open, no cyber cage to work with, everyone else on 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 mid-A mains.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗏 plus 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏 will just shut it all down. Pistol round goes over to 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧.
Yeah, now this is going to be possible both of our sides because at least they set the face again. 𝗕𝗟𝗥𝗧 always doing that. During the start of the match, they would be able to get the first gun battle, at least the pistol round. So now they have some guns to work with. But the difference is when it comes to Breeze, most of the time you'll opt for the guns that have a lot of range. And this is what they're looking for. That's the reason why only one went in for the Spectre. Others of them just used the Sheriff because they know that long range is a really hard distance to traverse in order to make the Spectre work out. They're just going for it onto B side.
Yeah, just a quick entry.
Enemy tag.
When they push that back, everyone from 𝗔𝗇 is here. 𝗕𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 good 2K to power off.
One enemy remaining.
Chip in with the third Jing, and it's just 𝗔𝗇. It's a very quick show for that round 2. Get planned down an extra ultimate orb. Jing will have the Empress available, but this is going to be round 3. First buy round for 𝗔𝗇 eSports on the first half.
And yes, that was a good setup for 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧. They were able to win the round. Now 𝗔𝗇 is back on track and they would have the half armors, half buys on their side. Still possible for them to go for this. They just need to be really careful in how they go around this Vandals. But now with 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧, they're probably gonna go for another push onto A side. They're really fastening it up. They're surprising 𝗔𝗇 with his fast pushes and they're really winning just the plus this Jing is always here to open up the round for them. It might be the target. Might be able to spot first love here. He would be able to open up again. First love. With gonna be a kill to Mindfreak. That is gonna be crucial for the side of 𝗔𝗇 eSports. Even with the low HP, it might be possible for him to get more kills.
Yeah, we get to see the 𝗲𝗏 on the 𝗲𝗏 Jet. Kind of a special treat. 𝗲𝗏, it's one of the guys from 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 who plays faster of ages, but every time he goes on the Jet, better be ready for some fireworks. So far, 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 gonna bring it down to a 2 versus 3, slightly more doable for them. Still a lot of obstacles to go through. 𝗲𝗏, what a shot with the Marshall. Brings it down to even playing field. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 will get the spike planted.
Spike
As the last 2 members from the side of 𝗔𝗇. They're gonna come through the halls. The shock dart is gonna damage 𝗏𝗏𝗏 a bit. They will set up the toxic screen to block out vision from cave. That's where 𝗲𝗏 is, holding the Marshal and the Sheriff. 𝗕𝗟𝗏𝗏 is gonna get a couple attacks in. That will give 𝗏𝗏𝗏 the info as 𝗲𝗏 is now gonna slowly come in and clear the site.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
𝗲𝗏 still clears up Crisena. Who's on the Marshal? This is the first shot, but his Sheriff does not miss. And 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 gets 3 in a row.
And they were able to get the rounds, and that is what they needed all along. So starting it up pretty explosively. Again, 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧 with a 3-0 right now. They really know how to play around this map. 𝗔𝗇 eSports doesn't play this map a lot, and that's the reason why they're having a hard time. But with 𝗔𝗼𝗥𝗧, have a 70% win rate here, and it's showing that they know how to play around. Even if they don't go for defaults, they're still getting the kills that they need.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Paper Rex, they're on fire. I mean, Breeze is a map that they play pretty often as well. Even in Berlin, we did see them play Breeze against Supermassive Blaze. So it's a map that they're putting a lot of time to practice. And I think Paper Rex is one of the few teams that have been playing Breeze at an S+ level for 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏. Recombo is gonna spot out Frosty, and Jing is ready in.
There.
First Love still able to get away at least for now, but a lot of mid-type taken. Tree, and they've also taken the
one enemy remaining.
Forsaken with a sharp one onto Frosty. The peek out, but with that margin, why there's nothing much Christina can do. They are playing on the 𝗍𝗍𝗘 anyways. Everybody gets swung.
What?
And kills and stays by, and just pretty much Jing will make the score 4-0.
At least that was Crisania able to get 2 kills against PRX. That's what's important. Get a bit of the damage on the economy of PRX. And with this, Bleed eSports now with the guns that they need. First Love has the operator on hand, so this could change things for them. With PRX slowly pushing on A side every time. Now they're chaining it up. They go for a default. Try to get some picks before they go for the push.
Yeah, and so far they haven't found much success. They do have the Viper's minute that is going to be immediately used on that B main, at least to prevent the push coming in from the side of Paper Rex. And 𝗏𝗏𝗽 with that, just going to win the challenge against First Love. You also have 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 playing at elbow. He's going to be leading slowly in with the help of that Aldrone, and 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 he's back to turn. But Frosty still not able to win that fight. Crisania gets the trade. But the rest of the Paper Rex are about to get onto the
Get out of my way!
Survive all on his own. The Blaze have been pulled out by the 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏. Crisania does take out Jing. Also gets Forsaken as well, but he is low in 11th health. And 𝗏𝗏𝗽 just gonna show up.
Last player standing.
Working with those daggers.
Spike down
𝗏𝗏𝗽
B.
against 𝗏𝗏𝗽.
One
And 𝗏𝗏𝗽
enemy
just
remaining.
offer. Takes it out, brings it down to 1 versus 1. It's gonna be between 𝗏𝗏𝗽 and 𝗏𝗏𝗍. 𝗏𝗏𝗍 has the angle, but doesn't land the shot. 𝗏𝗏𝗽 with tailwind to get the spike planted. There's plenty of time to work with. We'll see if 𝗏𝗏𝗍 can get the clutch off.
Yeah,
Spike planted.
Just because of the push that he did a while ago. So now 𝗏𝗏𝗍, see, be careful here, because the operator on the 𝗏𝗏𝗽 is gonna be. Oh, he was able to get the info that he needs. So now the push is gonna happen, and the 𝗏𝗏𝗽 isn't gonna be afraid of what's going to come. If he ever he peeks out, as I was gonna say, 𝗏𝗏𝗍 falls down with a headshot. That is now Paper Rex again taking off the advantage, and they're going whoosh against Bleed.
Yeah, and this is a very quick, opening for Paper Rex. Solid performance for Ultimus Online, and the 𝗏𝗏𝗽, he did use his just now. The rest of the team, they are in tip-top condition to deal with Bleed, and finally we are seeing a game where one of the teams has a breakout performance, and I think Paper Rex is definitely that team. Now 𝗏𝗏storm will be used by First Love. It's his turn to put his daggers to good use. We'll see if they will get it work. Now we have that 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Fury all the way from Paper Rex. First Love waiting for Forsaken on the flank, and that's gonna stop the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Fury from 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏. He's just gonna go into that B side, and surely they were able to stop and they push, but Paper Rex, they're on the other end of the map. And now 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 is really put on the elbow, and Frosty's shot takes out 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏, gets the Vandal in his hands, makes it a bit more winnable for Bleed eSports. Everyone for Paper Rex is gonna be playing on that B back. Maybe let's keep them safe for now. There is 𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏 being drawn out by the spot out by the Aldrone. Committed. Out of position. You will have Jing using that watching the side.
One enemy remaining.
Make it 3 and make it all for Paper Rex. 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, what was those angles that they're looking out for? They were able to take them down 1 by 1. The push didn't even happen. They didn't have a lot of flashes to work with anyway, so that was really interesting to see from the side. Paper Rex were able to get 6 rounds in the board without any rounds being dented. So they have a lot of credits. Looking at this, They might have 2 to 3 rounds that is on the bag. They have a lot of investments. So 𝗔𝗍 eSports, they need to win this round if they don't want to go on to that cycle of just losing and going for an eco on the next round. They just need to be smart about this. First Love and 𝗲𝗍 to look at each other right here. Gonna be really crucial on who wins this first tap.
And 𝗵𝗵𝗥, they've already taken control of halls, and you can see First Love, he is pushed back by a lot. Even just playing from the spawn area, you can see with 𝗲𝗍 holding that angle, it is super hard for First Love to attempt to go for this challenge. 𝗵𝗵𝗥 this time, they're getting control of halls. They're trying to take control of mid as well. You have a Frosties watching from tunnel, but that is pretty much First Love. Extra shot on the Jing, the push 𝗵𝗵𝗥 to push him off, and 𝗲𝗍 is gonna drop through the shoot and watch that mid nest. But at least for 𝗔𝗍, they were able to shut down one of the fraggers from 𝗵𝗵𝗥.
They needed that. They needed that frag for the side of 𝗵𝗵𝗥. I mean, for
Deploying drone.
Because right now, they are winning on those gunfights. They have a lot of people to work with whenever they want to go for the push. If they go for more, they need to be perfection. So
30 seconds left.
Gets 2 right now with the Viper spin. It would be impossible for them to push onto this, especially that they have the operator use of First Love. We need to exchange hits if he wants to push, but 𝗲𝗍 gets one more, might be able to get more. So he is gonna push for advantage, and 𝗋𝗼 is gonna be the target here. But there's a Viper spin. It's gonna be
One
a
enemy
hard
remaining.
push. He comes into the Viper spin. He went in, he gets the kill. The 𝗔𝗟𝗘𝗏 is up. He would get the info.
Last player
It's gonna be
standing.
𝗋𝗼. Gonna make it doable for the team. It's gonna be 𝗲𝗍 wouldn't be able to get the shot in. It's gonna be hard because 𝗋𝗼 gets the tap with the classic, and now 𝗔𝗍 eSports. That's a win against PRX.
Finally put one round on the board. It took them a lot as 𝗋𝗼 just challenges 𝗲𝗍. This is no fear at all. Super needed for 𝗔𝗍. I mean, for the side of 𝗵𝗵𝗥, probably not too bothered. They still have decent crest to work with, but at least 𝗔𝗍 was able to throw a wrench in the engines of 𝗵𝗵𝗥, and this slowed them down ever so slightly. But it is the first step to a very long journey. They still have plenty of work to do as 𝗵𝗵𝗥. They have that 5-round advantage.
Yeah, they have a big advantage as a team anyway, so 𝗵𝗵𝗥, even though they lost that, they would still be able to get some guns on their side. They still have 𝗲𝗍 with the operator. If ever 𝗲𝗍 gets the first kill again, it would be good for the team. But First Love, it's already on mid. Nobody was able to peek him out of that. Need to be careful on how they're gonna push this though. Frosties going after that. The shot from 𝗲𝗍 was able to get one more, so now 𝗔𝗍 eSports need to play around him though. That First Love is already on the back. 𝗉𝗏𝗥 gets 1, gets 2! Now 𝗔𝗍 eSports takes the advantage against PRX. Will they be able to get a win here? Will be able to get more. He's being pulled back by the trip war. It's gonna be harder on. So PRX with a 2v4. Might be impossible, but still have a lot of space to work with. They have the recon bolt. They have the smoke screen.
Planted.
They are really primed and ready for more. They will get that Forsaken. 𝗋𝗼 takes 1. That's going to be a 1v2 possible for still. 𝗉𝗏𝗥 needs to get some damage onto him. They're both 1 HP. And 1 tap onto death. So that's going to be, they need to be careful. At least now the snakebite was able to cancel them out. It's going to be the peak. 𝗵𝗃 trying to be very patient here, but 𝗉𝗏𝗥, what was that guardian play? Was able to get 4 during that round.
Close one for 𝗵𝗵𝗥, but thankfully for 𝗔𝗍, they are able to close it out, and they will give the defuse over to First Love, closer towards that Blade Storm. And 𝗔𝗍, they've broken the bank of 𝗵𝗵𝗥 at least for now. So going into the next round, 𝗵𝗵𝗥, they're not going to be able to have enough crest to buy up everything. We'll see what they opt for. 𝗵𝗃, he's the richest guy on the team currently. But for 𝗔𝗍, they will be able to have a full buy. They rescue the op from the previous round off of 𝗵𝗵𝗥. Then for the side of PRX, you see the Marshall, Vandals, and Sheriffs come out. This should be an easier round for 𝗔𝗍 to deal with considering that they have the gun advantage. But 𝗵𝗵𝗥, they've been known to pull out magic, and we'll see if they can make it happen. 𝗔𝗟𝗘𝗏 is already
Taken out.
What was that shot coming in from Forsaken? He was able to cancel the push from First Love. Maybe gonna get the gun advantage with that kill. they at least would need to get the
Cage
upgrade.
triggered.
They need to get for aggressive push here. So Forsaken might be able to get that. They have some ultimates to work with though. They have the Neural Depth, they have the Hunter's Fury. So if ever they would want more advantages, they just need to get this. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a blaze storm on the line. So they have some guns. So if they go for a push here, you just need to be careful of the plans because no one's gonna be able to go for that. But 𝗋𝙼 on the side, but 𝗲𝗧 was able to get the headshot anyway. So now they open up the B side, and this is gonna be forcing Bleed eSports to another retake.
Nearby pick on the
Cage
reverse
triggered.
as well. Yep. Does
Cage
spot
triggered.
out the Sova from Ness as 𝗔𝗍𝗍 just on the vibe with the Guardian shot. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 also has a Guardian in his hand. So we see if that is enough to take out 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗥. 4 versus 2 in favor of PRX. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to be playing from Ness, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 does see him. And now information relay over to PRX. Forsaken though, he's going to be holding this angle at tunnel.
One enemy remaining.
He does peeks out the but that's all she wrote. Forsaken will shut the round out. It's going to be 7-2 in favor of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
I love that they're making this Guardian Vice work for the side of Bleed, but they lost that round again, and we're back onto the cycle, Husky. We're back onto the one where they're just gonna go for half buys again. Some of them will go to the shares. PRX really needed that round in order for them to snowball this momentum onto more. So if they would be able to get more rounds, that would be good because it's easier to go for defense on this map, and whenever it happens that they would be able to get the advantage onto attack, it would be harder there on. So furthermore, they are really looking good right now, especially that they are even buying Guardians themselves. They know that they would be able to win the confidence that 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to be able to get the first kill. 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, it is going to be the next one down. So that is going to be an easy side take for the side of PRX. Bleed eSports going to be forced again for another retake.
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 playing on top of Pyramid as well. Send in the shock dart into Hall. And that is going to really buy a lot of time. And the Guardian tap onto 𝗋𝗼𝗍's head. They see Frosty crossing by mid doors as well. The last guy alive. First love from Bleed.
One enemy remaining.
Up there in the halls, but it's going to be snuffed up by Forsaken. And 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, they will get round 8.
Round 8. I mean, this is the 8th round that they were able to get. And we're slowly going in for the next half. So Bleed eSports really is waiting for them to win onto this next one, because if they would be able to get the win here, it would be better for them because the match point round is going to be crucial. If they don't win this, they're going to be forced an eco in the next round. PRX would get 10 rounds against them. They have 3 ultimates to work with. They just need to utilize this onto the next coming ones. If they would be able to do that, that would be the smartest thing to do for them. So PRX, they just need to work their magic, to work their gunplay. This might be a but he was discovered by PRX again at the Hunter's Fury. Won't be able to get the info though, but he was able to get the kill with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 there. That's gonna be big. For the side of Bleed eSports, able to stop 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. He was almost able to get the Viper spit.
I know
Spike
exactly
planted.
where you are.
Tango down, takes out Frosty. Jing goes all the way to spawn. They have the Neural Depth information. So they know where the last 2 members of Bleed are going to come from. First, double doors. 𝗋𝗼𝗍 catches Jing. Just that 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 didn't really fully protect him. So from spawn to Bleed, look at first love.
One enemy remaining.
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 repeatedly, closes out the show. It's gonna be 𝗋𝗼𝗍, the last guy left alive. I snapped onto his head. Guys, like a heat-seeking missile. It'll be 9-2 for 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
Last round before the switch.
First half.
Yeah, he gets a lot of those, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is always getting those kills. So it's gonna be very big for them because right now 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 making it look easy. Because Bleed eSports doesn't have a lot of records on Breeze, and their record was a 1-1, 1 win, 1 lose. So we don't really know how it's gonna come out for them. But with PRX, we know that they're good on maps like this and maps that have little margin of error when it comes to the gunplay, and that's where they thrive as a team. So that's the reason why they're winning on a lot of these fights. But Frosties, what was that? Opening up with 2 kills, and now it's big guns for this one.
Feeling safe. Spike down B.
Gonna trade back and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Don't get in my way. Gonna drop his new Viper spitter. allow Forsaken to walk onto the side with them. They will now have to hold hands to get the spike planted. To have first look from the flank. 𝗓𝗟𝗡𝗥 shock dart. That's enough to bring Forsaken up to 20. And has even got to the spike planted. First love has an important job. His daggers are out as well. It's gonna not gonna see Forsaken. Now he does so many directly. Oh my goodness, first love. You cannot miss those point blank shots. And Forsaken takes him now. This becomes winnable for 𝗵𝗼𝗥. 𝗵𝗃𝗼 was gonna hug this corner of the site as 𝗋𝗟𝗏 is slowly inching forward. He's looking for 𝗵𝗃𝗼. He's not gonna find it just yet. You can see 𝗵𝗃𝗼, they're playing ring around the room.
One enemy remaining.
Finally snuffed out by 𝗓𝗟𝗡𝗥. Just down to Forsaken, and 𝗓𝗟𝗡𝗥 is the savior for 𝗵𝗏. They will get the defuse off, and the first half is gonna close out. 3-9, still in favor of 𝗵𝗼𝗥, but 𝗵𝗏 at least were able to put a band-aid on the wound.
And now that is
Switching
going to be
sides.
good for 𝗵𝗏. At least they were able to take the round. And 𝗵𝗼𝗥 going to this round with a loss. And it's not going to be easy for them to do, because look at this. 𝗵𝗏 eSports is just taking rounds per rounds. This is how they rack up. But 𝗵𝗼𝗥, they're here to dominate. They're here to show them that they are going to be right here on the upper brackets. They're holding on to their position. 𝗵𝗼𝗥 need to be smart about this. They are needing to win this if they want to keep the domination on. 𝗵𝗏, it's crucial for them to win this to at least set up the pace for this next half.
Now, there's 𝗵𝗏 on the attack. Their defenses have been completely crushed by 𝗵𝗼𝗥. We'll see if they can do the same. So far, 𝗵𝗏 have not really found their footing just yet in most of these rounds. And in fact, 𝗵𝗼𝗥 is taking the fight straight to 𝗵𝗏. Dignity gets the first kill, and Lexi finally traces him back, but 𝗍𝗏 will just challenge him, and that
Spike down B.
drop and tunnel. The rest of 𝗵𝗏, they need to retrieve it, but 𝗵𝗼𝗥 will spread their forces out as Forsaken will cover from the nest, get the third kill for himself.
One enemy remaining.
𝗍𝗏 puts himself on the door for the fourth.
Team
And 𝗓𝗏,
ace.
he is basically tagged from every angle, and 𝗵𝗼𝗥 starts the half wall with a team ace.
That's a good ace for them. A 10-3. It's looking really smart for them to go for this place, honestly. If they want to go for more, they have the long range guns anyway, and they can hold on those short range angles if they can. So this is just really going in the favor of 𝗵𝗼𝗥.
It is a landslide victory so far on Breeze for 𝗵𝗼𝗥. Of course, they get the bonus round again. And then the experience of 𝗵𝗼𝗥 on Breeze is really showing in this round, in this match against 𝗵𝗏. They're gonna give 𝗓𝗏𝗥 the ultimate or Frosties, and first love will be the one that leads the charge. You have the Viper toxic screen from 𝗵𝗃𝗼 on that B site, and the rest of 𝗵𝗼𝗥 there taking control of mid. 𝗍𝗏 and Jing taking control of mid. They can watch all as well. And 𝗍𝗏𝗥 last off around the kill on the Frosties, and that's already damaged out onto 𝗵𝗏. In fact, everyone
Last
from
player
𝗵𝗏
standing.
is so low. Lexi is the last man alive. Gets a shot onto 𝗍𝗏, kill him off, and puts up the cage. But he doesn't have the spike with it, and he is right out in the open. 𝗵𝗼𝗥 is gonna hunt him down.
𝗵𝗼𝗥 with no HP on Lexi. He's gonna be forced to back away here. So 14 HP. The shock dart was able to get the kill in the end. So this is just 𝗵𝗼𝗥 cleaning up house for them right now, Husky. It's just that it's super hard for 𝗵𝗏 eSports to be able to take this. This map is really defender-sided. There's a lot of ways for the defenders to go around the map, so that's the reason why 𝗵𝗏 won't be able to fight against them. Even 𝗵𝗼𝗥 is going aggressive every time, and they're winning just every shot. We just know that when it comes to big margins of error, when it comes to the gunfight, it's just 𝗵𝗼𝗥 that is gonna win every time.
Look at this. I mean, 11-3 so far for Breeze. 𝗵𝗏 gonna be on that first buy round.
Toxin screen down.
It's just a chance for them to at least put some dent onto 𝗵𝗼𝗥. 𝗋𝗟𝗏, he spot out both Jing and 𝗍𝗏 already. It was sending the recon dart into A, but Forsaken, he is holding this angle with the Marshall, and this is going to be crucial though. He sees Frosty, but the timing was a bit off.
Deploying drone.
To deploy the 𝗷𝗏𝗏, so at least 𝗵𝗏 gets on the A site, and Spike is with him. He was able to tag, I believe, Frosty
Spike
with
planted.
the 𝗷𝗏𝗏. No, he has a shock dart. Not even cancel out the plan, and now he is out in the open. for the flank. Cristina takes down Mind Freak. That's gonna take care of the Cypher. We'll see if Bleed can close on the round.
Yeah, and they would be able to get that. They would get into the side anyway, but eSports are losing their lives one by one here, Husky. Pure Rex.
Last player
Can't be
standing.
even bothered that they're just hammering them down. Even with the snake bite here, they are gonna be able to commit it. Oh no, one bounce! What was that, Jing? We'll just be able to get this without any contact.
Oh, that was so unlucky. That snake bite.
Match
That
point.
could have really won the round for Bleed. But now we have Paper Rex on match point. 12-3, a super dominating match for them so far. And of course, they win this, they're going straight into the grand finals, and it's looking more and more possible there.
Yeah, looking impossible for the side of Bleed right now. Paper Rex just having a good day here. That they're just getting the shots in, and now with the guns, it could have been easier. And it could be possible for Bleed to come back from this, but it's looking really possible. They need perfection because that's
Take
9
flight.
rounds.
Enemy mark.
Lexi does take out Mind Freak. That's gonna give Bleed again.
I know exactly
The
where
Forsaken watching from Bridge.
Spike
Hero
planted.
can spot him out. There's still the spike cam available for the side of Paper Rex. Jake taking a dart bait and a good bounce from Forsaken. Does tag onto Frosties as well. Here comes Jake. He is onto double doors. They have the toxic screen on the side of the team, but once the screen goes down, it is go time. And Jake will pop that Empress. Frosties watches anger. Gets the kill out. Divide dismisses the safety, but there is a snake bite that pushes him out. 𝗏𝗏𝗽 gets to kill the first love. 𝗏𝗏𝗽 with the
One
one
enemy remaining.
Jake pushes into the toxic smoke.
Last
Takes
player
out Frosty,
standing.
but Cristina with the Layo 2. It's the fight of the Viper, but 𝗏𝗏𝗽 fights harder, and it is going to be Paper Rex. 13-3, they win Breeze, and they will take the series to the 1. Welcome to the grand
Defenders
finals.
win.
Wow, Paper Rex was able to win that flawlessly with a 13-3. They wanted to go for the game 3. That's why they put in the effort during that game 2. So now, that is going to be the win in grand finals. As you said, Paper Rex would go into that, and Bleed would just be sent to the lower bracket. Still has a chance to fight for this win. And again, that was us. We're your shoutcasters for today. I'm Dash, and I was here with Husky. See you guys in just a bit.